Hey guys, this is Laura with Liberate Strength, back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how to be a good meet day handler so you can feel more confident in the warm-up room and by the platform and help set up your athlete for success. First in line on how to be a good meet day handler is make sure you bring what you need. Don't rely on your athlete to bring baby powder. Bring your own. Don't rely on the warm-up room to have clips that work well. Bring your own clips. Have your athlete's attempt sheet in pounds and in kilos. You never know what the warm-up room is going to bring. Have a portable charger from your phone. It's a long day. Your phone will die. Also, don't rely on your phone in case the cell service sucks. And bring some pens. You can make notes on the attempt sheet and fill out attempt cards. I've gotten comments on why I walk around every meet with a giant clipboard and like 20 attempt sheets for my athletes. It's because your phone's not going to be reliable. Sometimes there's no cell service. You won't be able to use lifting casts. Your phone will die. Your phone might freeze. It's nice to have all that information at your fingertips on paper. Okay, so first let's go over how to use your attempt cards. When you are a handler, when you have an athlete on the platform, you will be going to the score table a lot for them. That's where it's important to have their attempt sheet so that you know what number to put in for them. At the score table, you're gonna have what are called attempt cards. And they're these little slips of paper where you'll write down your athlete's name, you'll write down the number in kilos that you want them to do for their second and third attempts, and then you'll have to initial it and hand it to the referees at the score table. It is imperative that you just have your attempts ready in kilos again, and you can only do them in intervals of 2.5 kilos. So if you're doing 220 kilos, you can do 220, you can do 222.5, you can't do 221. A little tip with your attempt cards. At the beginning of the meet, go to the score table, grab 6 attempt cards, 2 for each lift. That way you already have your lifter's name on them. You can have the lift that you're submitting an attempt for circled. So all you gotta do when you go to the score table, fill in your attempt in kilos and initial it. If you're handling at a meet, you have to know how to use lifting cast. So you're gonna go lifting cast, find the meet you're at, hit that hamburger menu, find the platform that your athlete is on. You should know which platform your athlete's on, and you're gonna hit board. Board will show you all the athletes on that platform from flight A to whatever flight is last. You're gonna be able to see the order of which the attempts are going. You're gonna be able to see how much weight each lifter is doing. This screen is going to be really, really important when you're warming up your athlete because you're going to be able to see how much time your athlete has before they start their first attempt on the platform. Each lifter you can equate to about a minute. Remember, everyone has 1 minute to get their lift in, so if there's 5 lifters before your lifter's number 6, you can equate it to about 5 minutes before your lifter begins their first attempt. The next screen that you need to have up in lifting cast is going to be the results page. So go to that hamburger menu, hit results, and that's where you're going to be able to see the totals and all the placings and forecasted placings of your lifter. If you have someone who is vying for platform position, who is trying to hit a certain amount of dots, trying to hit a qualifying total, this is going to be a really important screen for you to know how to read. So you'll open up that results screen, you'll tap that little square that says forecasted, and you'll be able to see all the placings, you'll be able to see all the totals. So that way, especially when it comes to that last deadlift attempt, you'll know what to put in for your lifter to get them the best podium placing they can get for that day or the best dots, hit that total PR. Okay, so attempt change rules. This is really important for you to know as a handler. Your athlete should know it as well, but since you're there in charge of them that day, make sure you know these rules. You have 3 minutes before the flight begins to change your opener for squat, for bench, for deadlift. If you're not in flight A, if you're in flight B, so there's continuous lifters going, there's no break, you have up until 3 lifters before your lifter goes to change the opener. So if stuff just isn't moving as well in the warm-up room, maybe your athlete isn't hitting depth, maybe they're not feeling that great from their cut, then you can know when to go over the score table and change that opener for your athlete, get them on the board. Here are some tips to make the warm-up room flow better for you and your athlete. Do the math, look around you, see how many lifters are in the flight. If you have 10 lifters in the flight and you have 3 racks, that's about 3 to 4 lifters per rack. So if you're noticing there's like 5 lifters in one rack and 2 in the other, let's do some shifting around, make sure it's even for everyone. That'll make the room flow better, it'll make everything be more efficient. Make sure you know all the lifters' rack heights. If you're lucky enough to have combo racks in your warm-up room, that makes it really easy, but otherwise try to pair off by height. If you're working in power racks, it's really, really hard to change the height of the rack in between each warm-up attempt, especially as weights get heavier. Make sure you know everyone's rack height. And make sure you're asking and communicating with other handlers and other athletes what their next warm-up weight is going to be. There's nothing worse than having to load 3 plates onto a squat warm-up only then to just hear that your next warm up for the next lifter is going to be 95 pounds or just 25 on each side. So make sure you know how much weight everyone's gonna do and load it sequentially, make it easier for everybody. And there are some tips for you on how to be a good meet day handler, how to make a stressful day a little less stressful. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and stay tuned for more videos like this in the future.